That's fine. I got my GoPro. Not much worried about it. If somebody can let me know how the video quality and how the audio sounds, post it in the chat and let me know. 'Cause I'm not in a place where there's great phone service. Awesome. Thank you, Billy. Thanks for tuning in, man. A little chilly out here this morning, y'all. Been in the 70s all week long, and it's 30 degrees this morning. Gotta love that Tennessee weather. And it's super windy. Go figure. Hopefully the wind will die down for us a little bit. And hopefully we'll catch a fish or two. We're throwing big baits today, so I'm not going for anything other than something big. Going big or going home. And disciplining, I am in Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. About 20 minutes north of Chattanooga, if you're not familiar with Tennessee. Just right down the road from my house. It's kind of like no man's land in Saudi Daisy where I'm at. What I'm hoping is as warm as it was this week. We broke a record high on Thursday, I believe it was. like 76 degrees. Where would I recommend land? Sequatchie County is a good place. Really anywhere north of Chattanooga. You don't want to be around Chattanooga. There's too many people. Saudi's pretty good. There's not as much land here as there was years ago. But if you go up on the mountains and go north, there's plenty of land that way. Middle Tennessee, there's a lot of land. But for horses, Sequatchie County is a good area. That's where I lived for a long time growing up. It's a valley. The Sequatchie Valley is a valley in between three mountains. It's got mountains on three sides. Really pretty, really peaceful. Not super far from the big city. Well, Chattanooga, if you consider that a big city. But yeah. Anywhere middle Tennessee-ish. You got Shelbyville, Crossville, going up towards McMinnville, Cookville. We're gonna fight heck with this wind today. I can already tell. You're very welcome, man. I hope you find you a great spot. Like I said, there's plenty of farmland and a lot of acreage in Middle Tennessee. Not so much. There kind of is where I'm at, Salty Daisy, like going towards like Dayton, kind of going back towards Knoxville that way. Boy, that wind. SNSERR. Thank you. It is very peaceful out here. A little windy, but Glenn, I've never fished the Cumberland, but when it gets warmer, I am going to take the kayak, or I'm going to take the boat up there, and I'm going to give it a try. I've drove by it plenty of times, and it looks like there's some pretty good fishing up there. They do there's a lot of soybean farms around here. A lot of cattle farms. A lot of people grow corn. There's tomato fields everywhere. I guess just a little bit of everything. There's a lot of soybean farms. A few dairy farms too. Which in between here and Knoxville, there's Athens, which is where Mayfield Milk and Ice Cream, that's where their farm is at. The Veggie Boys, no, I don't think I have, Glenn. I do a lot of videos on YouTube, but I don't really watch a whole lot of videos on YouTube. I watch Catfish Dave and Richard Gene, the Fishing Machine, and Spencer Certified. That's really about it. Unless I'm just looking for a how-to video or something, you know. Yeah, I know my grandfather, he lived in Springfield, Tennessee. There was a lot of tobacco fields up there above Nashville. I think a lot of it was like UT agriculture, the UT, University of Tennessee educational system. It was their agricultural department. We're sitting at about 32 degrees right now, which is unfortunate considering how warm it's been all week. Even yesterday, it was 68 degrees yesterday, and the temp dropped this morning to 30-something degrees. Randy, what's up, my guy? Catching a wind chill right now is what we're catching, but I'm throwing big baits this morning. I'm throwing big shiners this morning in hopes, which I don't know if you can kind of see. You kind of see, right here is the road, and there's a tunnel that comes under the water, or under the road, I guess I should say. And I'm hoping, as warm as it's been, which I don't know what this water temperature is. Water temp's probably 50, if I had to guess. So I'm hoping that it warmed it up enough that it moved some of those bass in here, those big females. And I'm hoping they're coming up in here getting ready to feed, to get ready to bed down over the next week or so. Oh, you're in BC? Okay, cool. Yeah, we broke a record high Thursday. It was 76 degrees here. It may have been warmer than that. It may have been like 77, 78. It was almost 80 degrees. But almost every day this past week, it was in the high 60s, mid 70s. So, like I said, I'm hoping it's warmed this water up. Which I fished here Friday. I fished just right where this point is right here, which is realistically where I want to be fishing, but I don't get service to shoot a live stream right there. And I did catch some yellow perch, and as I was getting ready to leave, something jerked my line and my pole almost in the water, and I could feel the weight of it. It was a decent fish. I just didn't get the hook set on him. I wasn't able to land him. But I caught a couple 4-pounders in here. And Glenn, I do not hunt, buddy. Sorry about that. I don't do any hunting. I did as a kid. Discipline, and thank you, man. I appreciate you tuning in. I used to do some hunting as a kid, but not so much anymore. There are alien fish in this river. I'm not far from Sequoia TVA, and I have seen fish with 3 eyes and 2 heads pulled out of this body of water. So, not to say that they dump stuff in the water, but not really sure why there would be fish like that over by the power plant. So, you never know. To each their own, Gabe. Yeah. Yeah, it was a small drum when I was a kid. It had 2 heads. Of course, I've heard stories about fish, you know, being caught out of here, but to say how true it is, I don't really know, because I can only tell what I've seen with my eyes. But I have seen a couple bluegill with 3 eyes, a couple perch with 3 eyes, and then just some funky looking bass that you could tell didn't look right. Wasn't the fact that they were unhealthy, they just looked weird. Sir Chungus, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. If this wind would die down a little bit, we'd be in business, because it's just pushing my lines right back to the bank. Not so much right now. Fairly shallow right here directly in front of me, but it drops off. And there's been plenty of big fish caught out of this section of water right here. Yeah, there are some nice clouds out here today. Truth be told, I've always done better fishing when there's no clouds in the sky. A lot of people don't like fishing those bluebird skies, but like I said, I was fortunate enough to get to go Friday for a little bit. Caught a few fish. Carrie, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Or Kara, I guess I should say. If I ever mispronounce anybody's name or username there, I don't intentionally mean to. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get to go for a few hours Friday. Caught a few fish. And then Sunday is the day that I get to come out here and fish for some hours. So hopefully we have a little bit of luck today. John, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Couch, what's up? Said it's only supposed to get up to like 44 today, 42, 44, something like that. I'm not one that's big on checking the weather. And Glenn, it's funny that you ask. I do have a boat. A good buddy of mine donated to the channel. There's videos of us fishing off of it. On the channel, catching some good fish, and I just have to go get it. So this spring and this summer there'll be a lot of content of me fishing off of the boat. And I do have a kayak. that I fish out of a lot, which that was the plan this morning, was to fish out of the kayak because of how warm it's been. But I didn't want to run the risk with it being 30 degrees if I was to flip or something, God willing, something was to happen and I was to go in the water and then something happened to me because I'm out here by myself. Josh Hale, what's up, my guy? You don't know where I'm at? That right there is Hickson Pike. So I'm in Saudi. And actually, which I doubt you can see it, just above the road there, there's a bridge. Armstrong Road. Nolan, I haven't caught anything yet, man. I've only been out here about 20 minutes. And I am fighting the wind. This is the Tennessee River, Randy. I'm fighting the wind and I'm fighting the cooler temps today, but it's all right. There are trout not far from me. There's a trout hatchery in Saudi at the foot of the mountain. Big Saudi Creek, but I'm not fishing for trout. I am fishing for bass this morning. Or a catfish because I'm using live bait. And thank you. I'll try to keep it looking semi-decent. But yeah, there are trout. I've never caught any trout out of like the river because this is just it's not the main channel on the other side of the road. It's an inlet off of the main channel, and then I'm off of it. So I'm on like a backwater tributary, I guess you could call it. And there's really good fish in here. I've caught really good fish in here. I've been fishing here since I was just a little lad. Knee high to a grasshopper, as they say. But there's some really good fish in here. Not necessarily in here, but I don't know that I was talking about this last week. Somewhere around this area, within 5 miles of me, from where I'm at right now. You can Google this and look it up. And I've never done any ocean fishing. But you can Google the world record blue catfish on 8-pound test. And boy, his last name is Ledbetter. 108 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. 108, 110. Somewhere not far from you here. Now, granted, that was 20 years ago, but it's still that all tackle 8-pound world test or 8-pound test world record. There are perch in here, Randy. I caught 2 Friday. I caught one really good size one Friday. She was pregnant. They are, there's been a lot caught on the, what they call the chick side of the Tennessee River here this past week. So the perch are spawning, the yellow perch. So the bass aren't far off. And crazy thing, yesterday, just if you go back out to the main channel, to the main section of the river, directly across on the 58 highway side, a guy caught a 4-pound, I don't know how many ounce crappie that they're currently holding to get it certified to see if it's a state record. And I hope so, Glenn, one day. I know this December I'm going to Florida. I'm going to do some fishing down there, so hopefully I get to do a little open water fishing down there. and give it a shot and see what happens. But yeah, the crappie that guy caught it's a monster. I mean, you can just think about how big a 4-pound crappie is. That's a beast of a crappie. Beth Lawson, what is up? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, there's walleye and sauger in these waters, more towards the dam than where I'm at, but north of here, towards Nashville and towards Knoxville, there's a lot of walleye up that way. I've never caught any walleye in Tennessee, but I have caught them in Indiana. But I see people catching them all the time. But they're usually around some kind of dam when they catch them. William Cross, what is up, buddy? Good morning from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee, bud. We are out here throwing big baits for big fish, hopefully. Although the weather's not what we wanted. That water temp is warm. The water temp's like 50 degrees. Which it'll probably cool back off over the next day or so, but wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't windy. The wind is what's bad right now. And it's supposed to be. I have never fished Gunnersville, but it is coming. Very, very soon I will fish Gunnersville. I fish Nickajack a lot down that way, so I'm not far off from Gunnersville, but never Gunnersville directly. Yeah, that's what I've always heard, Randy, is that they're pretty migratory fish, and that they make it to the dams and they just kind of get stuck. Well, I'm hoping, Will, which I'm not, it's not that wide where I'm fishing at here, but there's enough water, it's up high enough that water can come in and out of the secondary channel over there. And Friday when I was fishing here, when I was getting ready to leave, I had something grab my line fast enough that it moved my rod on the bank. I wasn't able to get the hook set, but I did feel the weight of it. How clean is this water? It's clear. I wouldn't necessarily consider it clean. I'm about 2 miles from a TVA nuclear plant. So, one way to think of it is, I do have a lot of fishing to do. I'm trying to do as much fishing as possible and as much filming as possible for the channel, so I can show people what real fishing looks like. It's not always catching monsters, it's not always catching giants. It is sometimes, but this is about as real as it gets. Bank fishing and waiting. But there's posted signs all down the Tennessee River around Chattanooga that say if you eat fish, that you need to limit your fish intake consumption, whether it be bass, catfish, whatever, 1 fish every 30 days. So that should tell you all you need to know about how clean this water is. Now, I've swam in it a bunch, and I don't care to get in the water, but I've been getting in it since I was a kid. And no, I do not eat fish. I do not eat fish. Plain and simple. What's up, Damon? Joseph, good morning, man. Will, not yesterday, but Friday. Yes, this is where I was fishing. Right off of this point right there. And Glenn, I have a good life, man. I have lived I've had some rough and some dark times in my life. And I am fortunate enough now that I am married. I have a beautiful little boy. I have a beautiful wife. I have a good job. If anybody that knows my story, they know what I've been through and how hard I've worked to get back to this point. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if I ever would have thought my life would be as good as it is today, I would have told you you're crazy. I'm very fortunate to be here today. I should not be here. By God's grace, I'm here. It's it's been a wild ride, to say the least. It has been a wild ride. I am blessed beyond all means. And that is one of the things when I do come fishing on Sundays. Not only do I film and try to catch fish and make content for the channel, this is my time to reflect and give thanks and think about how grateful I am for all the many blessings in my life. It's life's good. I will say that 100%. Life is good. Way better than I ever thought it would be. And I used to think a lot of times it's way better than probably what I ever deserved because of some of the stuff that happened in my life. But everyone deserves a good life. For the most part, everyone. There are some bad people in the world that probably don't deserve a good life, but that's not really what I'm saying. Every day is a gift, Brandy. I am very fortunate. I am coming up on 4 years of sobriety this summer, which is super awesome. And I always try to remain humble and remember where I came from and what it took for me to get here and the hardships and trials that I went through. But yeah, it's great. And I get to come out here and do what I love. And super close to actually making money off doing this, which is kind of cool. I made my first dollar off YouTube last week. Somebody donated rubies or something, which I have no clue what them even are, but I didn't start this channel in hopes of making a bunch of money. Like, that's cool if I ever get to that point, but when you get sober, you have to find something, some kind of hobby to keep you busy and to keep you occupied. And I used to skateboard and film, and I love to fish, so I thought, why not fish and film? Which Will, that's on the live stream here chatting, he's the big reason I actually committed to this. He had been on me for years to start a YouTube channel. And I finally broke down and did it, and we're doing pretty good. There are lots of good things out there to hunt, Randy. Maybe when the little one gets older, my little one's only 2, free up a little more time, but as good as life is, me and my wife, we put a lot of hard work into it because we work opposite shifts, so we don't pay for childcare. But we still try to have fun when we can. But it's trying with a 2-year-old. And yes, you're 100% right, Josh. I do this purely for my love of fishing. I love to fish. I love the water. It is. We're 70% water. There's something. There's something about being around water that you just can't really put into words. It's good for your soul. Very good for your soul. I'm wondering. Yeah, the water's plenty warm enough today because bait's still alive. Like I said, I'm throwing. This is some of the mediums, but I have large shiners, which is what's on the other rod. It's a lot bigger. But they are still plenty lively. That's the first minnow I put on when I got here, and he's still swimming around just. He's just having a heyday out here. And I've got him hooked in the mouth and out of a nostril, so he can breathe and swim and he'll live longer. And yeah, Will, you're 100% right. If if people go back and watch my first couple of videos, I watch them every so often just to see how far I've come with speaking in front of a camera. But yep, there he went. I slung him off. They're a little rough for me to watch, but everybody has to start somewhere. I'm not necessarily afraid of AI, but I don't know. It can be used for good, it can be used for bad. I don't think I've ever said my real name on this channel. I don't know if I will. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I guess it's just all about how you go about it. I try to be respectful. I try to be gracious. I try not to cuss. I don't try to bicker or get in altercations with people. There are people that I'm sure would love to get a rile out of me to get content, and they never will. I have too much peace in my life and too much that I've worked too hard for. That I will just get up and leave. Like I will not give you the time of day, and I will not give you the chance to ruin my peace. So yeah, I don't know. I ultimately, there's nothing I can do about AI. I'm one person. I'm just a old country boy from Tennessee. I don't have the power, the knowledge, or the means to stop AI. And realistically, it's probably gotten to the point now that it's big enough that it probably can't be stopped. So I don't really know. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's just always a thing. I just always I never said my first or last name. In anything. I just try to be mindful and aware, like I said. But yeah, Glenn, when my little one gets old enough, he will be right out here with me, and I hope he likes to fish a fraction as much as I do. I've only met a couple people in my life that like to fish as much as me. One of them's no longer here. That's my grandfather. But if it was up to me, I'd stay out here all day, every day. But I can't, unfortunately, do that, and that's okay. try not to be greedy. I just try to be thankful for the time I do get to spend out here. Might find this interesting, Will. Check this out. If you'll stop walking around, that's a bigger shiner right there. I found some red eagle claw hooks last night in Cleveland Walmart. And I found a bunch of eagle claw swivels at Sportsman's Warehouse, like 20 packs for like 55 cents a piece. So I bought like, I don't know, I think I bought like 12 or 15 packs. Which I'm using a 7-foot rod today too, Will. So I'm getting a little further casting distance. I'm using a 7-foot and a 610 to get me out there a little further. Boy, that wind ain't no joke. Took my other jacket off. The sun's beating directly down on us. You know, it's cold, but it's manageable. Like I said, we just need one good sized bass to come swimming through here and grab one of these. I was trying to fish with 3 poles, but that's just too much to try to manage and maintain while chatting with y'all. So we'll do the 2. And I'm using 2 different colored bobbers. I'm using a red one for my red pole and an orange one for my black pole. That way, if I do see one happen to get slammed, I will I'll know which rod to grab. Now I'm just fishing with the bobbers right now, Will. The thing I've learned with these large shiners is those suckers they'll find some kind of structure to go under, a rock or something out there, and they'll get you hung up. I mean, I have plenty of tackle with me that it wouldn't really matter. I would, I'd be able to just, retie on and stuff, but I'd rather not. My hands are kind of cold this morning. What I may do, I've got that 3rd rod. I may look around here, see if I can't find me a makeshift rod holder. A stick with a fork in it. There we go. And, we may try that. I didn't bring any rod holders. I've got some in the wife's car, but I don't have any in my car. Hopefully, if we do get a bite today, these larger pieces of bait, it's going to take that fish a second to get it all in its mouth. So I should have time to be able to set the hook. I ain't that tall. I ain't climbing no trees today. There's plenty of sticks on the ground. I'm sure I can find one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot this live stream. Like I said, the biggest reason I'm in this exact spot and not right here at this point, which is where I want to be, is phone service so I can shoot this live stream. But there's still plenty of water to my right here. I've got some ducks over there. I wouldn't mind going across the bank, but I mean, I have to go all the way down and around to be able to make it over there. We're just out here fishing, relaxing. Got some nutty buddies with me for breakfast, so. I can't see the orange bobber. Oh, that wind. Okay. I can see that red one pretty good, even when the sun light is directly on it. Got the GoPro with just in case we do catch enough fish for a video today. Been trying to do live streams every week. Done pretty good. We've had pretty good luck actually catching fish. Not really the content I wanted per se to make a long form video. But warm weather's not far off. Like I said, heck, it was warm all week. It just had to be cold the day I decided to come out here. Well, it doesn't matter. Sunday is my fishing day regardless. And like I was saying earlier, I don't necessarily check the weather. I might look and see what the temp is, but it wouldn't matter if it was raining this morning. I'd still be out here. It wouldn't matter if it was 10 degrees. I'd still be out here. I'm going fishing regardless. I don't care what the weather is. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a great morning. And I hope it's warmer where you are than where I am. But if it's not, I feel your pain. And just know it'll only get better. My breakfast, bud. Got some nutty buddies or nutter butters. I got a Sprite and I got a little bit of water with me. Well, a whole lot of water with me. Pretty simple breakfast. I don't know. I'm never super huge on eating a whole lot of food before I come out fishing or while I'm fishing. Because if nature calls and I'm in a spot where I can't necessarily go somewhere to take care of that, and I have to cut the fishing trip short and I lose time on the water. So but yeah, just some peanut butter, a little bit of energy, a little bit of protein, just enough to get me through until I come off the water. Now that's a, oh, what did that fish weigh? That fish weighed like close to 30 pounds. It's a 30-pound blue. It's actually my first, pretty sure that was my first trip in the boat with my buddy Will there. We were fishing down past Raccoon Mountain towards Nickajack. I don't even remember what kind of reel that was. It was one Will was letting me use. I had a good takedown, and I went to set the hook and reel him, and he come off. And we fished about, I don't know, 50, 60 foot of water. I reel it back up, I still have my bait. And so I drop it just straight back down, and on the way back down, I guess it was the same fish. I have no way of knowing if it was the same fish, but he grabbed it on the way back down, and I go to start reeling it in, and the handle breaks off of this open face rod that I'm using, or open face reel that I'm using. So I had to sit there and turn it by hand to get him up to me, and we were able to get him in the boat. That was my PB for a long time. But yeah, it's always important to check your gear before you go out, but I don't know if even if we would have checked it, would have known that the handle was going to break. Maybe. I wish we could have a day like we had on the Chick that time, Will. We didn't catch any monsters by any stretch that day. It was a bunch of teen-sized catfish, but man, we couldn't keep them out of the boat that day. It's always a good day when you can put a double-digit amount of fish in the boat. I always think there's some houses over here. There's a road that goes back to the end of this cove. Those people will be outside talking, and it sounds like somebody's standing right here next to you, but they're a pretty good ways from you. I wonder I have my waders in the car. The car is just right up on top of the bank here. I may go get my waders and walk out so I can cast further out to keep the depth that I want. Because usually the water, you can see all this exposed shoreline through here. The water's usually up to the trees. But it was this time last year I caught an almost 5-pounder right here. I want to say it was the last weekend in February, but I can't remember what the weather was doing. It may have been a little warmer than this. Skipjack, what's up, Cindy? We're out here this morning. Even though it's not as warm as it's been, that warmer weather was teasing us this week. It's cold today. Ain't no doubt about it. That wind, I tell people all the time, I can handle the cold weather. Cold weather does not bother me. I can deal with it being cold, frigid out, a chill in the air. But when it's cold and that wind's blowing, man, it's rough. No, not yet. I haven't had a single bite yet. Water temp's still kind of warm, but we're throwing some big baits today in hopes that there's a big bass out here. There might be. We may not catch anything, but I'm fishing all day today, so we'll run this live stream for 2 hours. Yeah. It's probably 35, 15 to 20 mile an hour wind gust, whiskey. So it's a little better, but it's not much better. And yeah, I hate the cold too, Cindy, or the cold and the wind. But prime fishing is just, it's in the driveway. It's fixing to get out of the car and walk to the house and knock on the door. We're here. It's here. We got to be a little patient for a little bit longer. And yeah, I would imagine Pennsylvania, it's probably a lot colder than it is here in Tennessee. So that's fair, whiskey. I get it. It's coming. We are not far off. And like I said, I came here Friday and did some fishing. Caught a few fish. Missed a really good one. So I know they're in here. Soft water. You mean like calm water? Whiskey? Where my keys are. I'm literally fixing. I'm fixing to walk up here and get my waders. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. I get it now. Sorry, I'm slow there for a second. Yeah, I bet. I imagine the majority of your water still froze up there. I will say this. A few weekends back I was fishing, and there actually was some ice on the water, which is, it's rare here. It doesn't happen a lot. Not yet, man. Henry, we're fighting a little colder temps this morning and some pretty strong wind gusts. But we're still trying. Like I said, I'm having trouble trying to get to exactly where I want to get to. So I think I'm fixing to go to my car and grab my waders. Way I can walk out and get a better cast. Trying to get to where I want to be. Or I may just move down bank here. I'm just afraid if I move, I'll lose service and it'll kill the stream. So that's the only problem. This part of Saudi, there's not ideal phone service, but there's just enough. Realistically, if you was to get in trouble and you needed to call somebody, you could do that, but you have to pick and choose where the internet's going to work. Let's see, I've got a line right here. I'm wondering, I know it's deeper back this way. Probably not so much that way. But the water's down. In the wintertime, this area right here, the water drops 10, 12 foot. Bluetooth off on my watch there, that way we don't lose too much battery. What the heck happened here? Lines got tangled up. There we go. I walked down and casted with the wind. About an extra 10 foot out there now. So. Try to do the same with this one. What'd you say, Will? I don't even know what you said. Man, that wind's strong. I ain't doing no noodling, Will. I'll catch catfish with a rod and reel. I ain't sticking my arm in no hole and putting it in their mouth. Uh-uh. Go mess around and stick your hand off in there and a snapping turtle gonna bite your finger off. Or get hung up and drown. I watch people do it though. And that you talk about something crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. Stick my arm in a catfish and let it clamp down on my arm as I try to wrestle him out of a hole he's laid up in. It just sounds like it's got Bad News Road on it. I'll go with you. We could do it once, I guess. I mean, I go with you so you don't get hung up and drown. I'd be there for you for that. I'll save you. But I don't know about, man. They catch some. They grab some monsters up out of some of them holes, though. I ain't even gonna lie. They catch some big ones, or noodle some big ones, I guess you could say. I don't know. I guess that's catching a fish. Wind. I can hear that wind before I see it. Or, well, before I feel it. Before I can see it blowing in the trees. And here it comes. Bad thing about fishing in the wind is you don't ever distinguish what's a bite and what's the waves causing that bobber to bounce. We're gonna have a long day out here. Yeah. The only problem about that spot right there, Will, is the current's so strong. That current's always flowing right there. For whatever reason. But it's shallow enough you could probably do it. Yeah, it'd push you right into that rock and right around it. And then it's going to push you out there into about 30 foot of water. Because as you come around that rock, along the bank back down to that eddy, it drops off. It gets deep. Yeah. I tell you what though, you can almost always guarantee you catch bluegill right there. I don't care what time it is. You catch bluegill there. I'm throwing jumbo shiners, or large shiners right now. Not necessarily jumbos, but they're probably, some of them, I'd say the majority of them are about that long. About 4 or 5 inches long. I could have probably got some small shiners or some toughies and probably caught some perch or something, but I'm strictly out here trying to catch a big bass today. Man, that wind, you can see the water. running. I don't know, it's weird. I was having this problem Friday when I was fishing here. I would cast and the wind would, you know, would push my line down whichever way the wind was blowing across the water. But I could get in certain spots and it'll hold. The setup's no different. The only difference is I'm not using weighted bobbers today. I'm using just regular bobbers. But even with the weighted bobber, it was floating away. I'd probably walk along this bank here and find a bunch of lures and stuff. I found a couple little swim baits Friday. They'd been underwater for a long time, though. You could tell they had almost lost their color. It turned black. I really want to go down there to that point. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, y'all. I want to catch a fish, but I'm cool with just being out here. The fish are a bonus. Which obviously catching fish makes fishing a lot more fun, but if you can learn to have a good time on the water on the days that you don't catch anything, then you'll always have fun fishing. All right. Let's move spots, y'all. I'm gonna go down here. Water's a little deeper. And I know I've had better luck right there. So we will let these guys go that's on the end of our hooks. We will pack up and hopefully I won't lose service. So when I move down there, just need somebody to let me know we still have video and we still have audio. go to a little deeper water. Come on. There we go. Go. All right, let's ride, y'all. Like I said, hopefully we don't lose service. This wouldn't be possible in the summertime. We also don't want to fall in the water. All right. Let's see here, we got a tree. All right. Yeah, water's a lot deeper down here, I can already tell. Whew, you boys out of shape. Not really, but all right. Fishing, what's up, man? Well, I don't know how you say your name, but if you feel that way about me, that's your opinion. I don't know what to tell you, man. If somebody can tell me how the audio and the video is, y'all still see and still hear me? Will, you still there, buddy? We're good? You hear me? You hear me? All right, now let's get baited up and get out here. Okay. That wind ain't no joke, y'all. Wind ain't no joke. Video's okay. Audio is pretty windy. Yeah. We've got some wind ripping through here, so as long as the video's good, hopefully I can get close enough to the phone like this, and then you can still hear me. But I mean, you can see the water. That wind's ripping through here, y'all. It really picked up. I'm not. Hopefully, it'll die back down in a few minutes. afraid if something does grab one of these, I ain't gonna be able to tell, man. That wind's strong. We're gonna keep trying though, regardless. Hung up. I lost my bobber. Wonder what I got hung on. Well, that's why we've got an extra pole with us. wind ain't no joke. Dang it. I hung up again. Man, removed. The wind got worse. best cast I've made all day. Put a little extra weight on that thing. What's up, Bambi? No luck yet. We're trying. It's windy. It's cold. We're trying. It's very windy. What's up, Duran? Did they win? I couldn't see out there. Well, that's a gold medal for Team USA, I reckon. Bait on this one, but I can't see out there. Been a little bit of a rough morning out here, y'all. Got too much weight on that one pole. We're still trying. We're still cold. Something directly out in front of me I'm getting hung up on. We're just gonna keep moving down the bank. Hopefully we still have service. Oh, let's see here. What's up, Alaska? We should still have service. Go out this way a little bit. There we go. Hopefully the video's still good. Oh. Simper, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. USA. Yeah, evidently we won the gold medal in hockey this morning. Not much of a hockey fan, but glad to see him get gold. Wind's died down a little bit, but it's still cold. Man, been a rough day, y'all. Thought I was getting a bite. It was just that fact that it was hung up and the wind was blowing and it's pulling that bobber under ever so slowly like a bite. Well, that's a bummer. I'm right here where I want to be at. I want to be on these rocks right here. I'm fixing to climb these rocks behind me and climb up over to them. Because I keep getting hung up. And I know at least if I'm fishing right there, I know the layout and what's underneath and what I'll get hung on, where I won't get hung at. If I could have that red bobber back, it's two that I've lost this morning. That one's just stuck in the spot though. Well, battery's died. Somebody's been out here with a wacky worm. come back. All right. Still see me? Still hear me? Anybody? Somebody? Missed it. That's where I'm at. I just missed it. It was something little. This is exactly where I fell, Will. That's where I should have been fishing to begin with. Dang. Well, that's a bite. It actually, well, like I said, it was something little. It wasn't nothing big. Big enough to, I guess, probably a little bass. That's a good sign. I'm in Saudi Daisy, Norman. Just missed one. This is our third spot for the day. And it's very, very windy. There's some big yellow perch in here. I'm close to Possum Creek, actually. Yeah, Possum Creek's just right up that way. This is what Yap Yank Bridge, Armstrong Road is just right there. Here I can stand up on these rocks and get out in the deep water. Got hung up again. I'm fishing with one pole. I've been fishing with one pole just a minute ago and I caught that fish. I'll turn this way. Oh no, I haven't actually. Well, there's a few people on here. If everyone that's on here will go and look. I did almost catch that tree, but I was trying to get my second pole ready when I first moved to this spot a few minutes ago, and I looked back and my pole's going like that. So I missed him, but anyway, there is a company, it is called Catfish Pro. I am not sponsored, I am not endorsed by them, I don't receive anything from them. I have some brand new Catfish Pro bait casting catfish combos, and I am going to be looking to give one of them away. There's a post on the page talking about it. What I'm going to do is, if I can get enough people that just leave a comment on that post. You don't have to like it or anything, because YouTube's weird about their policies, but you'll just leave a comment on that post showing that you're interested in the giveaway. Starting next Friday, on the Real Tea and Fishing Facebook page and the Real Tea and Fishing YouTube channel, I'm going to post a picture of a fish. All you have to do is guess the correct weight of the fish. If there's more than one person that guesses the correct weight, then we'll do like a random name drawer generator thing. I will do a live next Sunday evening, and we'll give that rod and reel away. It's like $100 combo, so try to give back to the community and the fans here. So yeah, good chance to win a brand new rod and reel combo. I'm looking to try to get about, I'd like to get at least 50 people. What's up, fish dude? If I can get 50 people to show interest in the giveaway and willing to participate in the giveaway, hey, somebody's going to go home with a brand new rod and reel combo. So like I said, all you got to do is go comment. You can comment on the Facebook page, Real Tea and Fishing, or you can comment on the YouTube channel. Just let me know you're interested. Like I said, next Friday at probably 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll post a picture, and then Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, around in there, we'll announce a winner. As long as I get enough people interested. If I've only got a few people, I probably won't do it, but if I can get enough people to show interest, we'll give that rod and reel combo away. There's if you're curious to what it looks like, there I posted pictures on the channel, and there's a video of it that I made into a short. So I got a good deal on them. Like I said, they're regularly $100. So let's give one of them away. Spread the word. All you got to do is guess the weight of the fish I post a picture of. That's all you got to do. Guess it right, you win. Guess it right, and if a couple other people guess it right, your name will go to the drawing. I'm glad you reminded me, Will. I totally forgot. I've had a little bit of interest shown in it, but I guess people don't want a free rod and reel. I mean, it'll be free. I'll ship it to you if you don't live in Tennessee. If you win, whatever. That's just my way of giving back. The channel's at almost 4,000 subscribers. We should be, the channel's monetized right now, but we should be fully monetized within the next month or two. So get on there, comment, tell your friends, have them comment, then make sure to come back next Friday, or this coming Friday, for a chance to win a brand new rod and reel. Pretty simple, pretty easy. My buddy Will, he's not allowed to enter the contest. He'll know the weight of the fish. I will show picture or video proof of what the fish weighed, and then obviously Will knows what the fish weighed. So. One rod for catching a fish. Felt about like that one I hooked on Friday and couldn't land. Well, tried to hook on Friday. So yeah. But I'll post on the Facebook page and the channel page. Wednesday or Thursday, and then like I said, Friday, I'll post a picture of the fish. We will go from there, and hopefully one of y'all take it home. And if nobody guesses it correctly, what we'll do is the people that were 1 pound off, either light or heavy, we'll put them in a drawing, pull a name, and then that's who will take it home. Put it floating down this way. There we go. Well, the wind's died down a little bit, y'all. Yeah, I want to give, and like I said, I want to give one of those rods away. I've got 3 of them. because I got them on clearance. Walmart was making room for the new stock. So. I planned on catfishing today and was going to use one of them to see how they did. If nothing else, the rod's worth it. It's a 7.6 heavy, medium heavy. But I didn't want to take the kayak out today with it. It's cold and windy as it is. Essentially what I'd like to do is every so often I'll do giveaways, and I'll include some stickers in with it and stuff when if somebody wins it, and I send it out. If this one does good, then what we can do is next giveaway we can do a real TN fishing. We can do either a shirt or a hat. I've got some hats coming. I hope y'all are having a great day wherever you are. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. I'm not fixing to end the live stream or nothing. I'm just saying thank y'all. The water's pretty, ain't it? Will, you still here? Trying to make sure I still have. The camera always looks good on my end, regardless if it looks good on y'all's end. It is, man. So I'll be 100% honest with you why I've been live streaming. I've done live streams before, but I'm only about 200 watch hours away from being monetized. Watch hours from live streams count towards your monetization, if that's what you're trying to do. But it's also a really cool way to interact with people. It's a really cool way to chat with people, get your channel some exposure, gain new subscribers. Every live stream I gain anywhere from 20 to 50 subscribers, sometimes more. But it'll amaze you at how many people will tune in. I've had live streams do 12, 15,000 views. The one last week did 5,000. People like to see real life in action. So, yeah, it's worth it, man. I think it is if you like chatting with people. And it's just a good way to help your channel grow, man. It's worth it to me, I think, anyway. And one cool thing about one of the live streams I did, I don't remember which one, there was a guy that found the live stream of me fishing, and he makes 3D printed lures. So he asked if he could send me some lures, so I sent some emails back and forth. He mailed me a pack of some 3D printed lures that he made. I've not got to try them out yet because obviously it's winter time and I want to wait till it's a little warmer. But yeah, I mean, thought that was really cool. Always people on YouTube that are looking for something to watch. It'll help. I mean, it can do nothing but help your channel gain more exposure. You're likely to find some subscribers that'll tune in regularly. I've got a couple on here, Randy, Norman. They've been on the last few live streams. My buddy Will, he tunes in every week. My buddy Damon, Josh, they tune in all the time. So it helps you build a community and it helps you gain returning viewers, which is ultimately what you want. And so if you start getting people in and start watching your channel, then they're likely to go watch other stuff on your channel, in my opinion. That's what it's done for me. Cousin does a lot of bow fishing. He got I don't know what kind of carp it was. A few months back when it was still warm, it was just a couple pounds off of the state record. It was like 77 pounds or something crazy, 76 pounds. I've never bow fished, but I just use old rod and reel. Awesome, man. I do appreciate it. My ultimate goal is hopefully the channel continues to blow up. I'll get blessed enough to be able to travel and fish. I'd love to come to Kentucky and fish. There might not be any fish out here. I had a bite when we first moved here, but I have fished Indiana. But my guess is this weather we're having has got these fish all confused. Like I said, it was almost 80 degrees the other day, and now it's 30. These poor fish probably don't know what to think. I've got 3,800 watch hours right now, so I'm working on tier 2. I think this morning I had 3792 is what I had, so I'm right at 3,800. But I'm all for people with channels that show support back and forth. Come and watch some of my videos, leave a comment on them. I'll come watch some of your videos, leave comments and likes on them, and hype them up. And tier 1, you can implement shopping, like, you know, if you have product and gear and stuff you want to sell. You can do super chats. What else is there? Donations to the channel. And then whatever, they're called rubies. I got some last week from somebody. I don't know who they were from, but if you're on here this week, thank you. And I actually got a little bit of money last week from somebody donating to the live stream. So Edwin, what's up, man? So yeah, I mean, you can definitely make money off of it, but realistically you want that second tier so you get money from ads and YouTube Premium and stuff. But this live stream's done pretty good today. I'd say today off this one I'll probably gain anywhere from 50 to 80 watch hours. Probably sitting at about 6,500 views right now for the whole stream because I'm at almost 50 likes. 40 likes is usually when I get about 5,000. Yeah, no, the real money's in the second one. But you can still make some money in tier 1. It's just a lot harder. If you make money in tier 1, you'll definitely make money in tier 2, I feel like. Fishing a little too deep. I'm trying to. I know there's some perch here because I caught them Friday. Hot this weekend. Every time I cast, it's just right back to it. I like to think the wind's not going to blow all day like this. It very well can. Gradually losing out. I'm fighting losing watch hours because, you know, you've got 1 year to gain that 4,000. losing a few every week. So I'm trying to offset it by gaining enough that it counteracts so I still keep moving. What's up, Vietnam? But yeah, the channel's only a year old. I never thought it would go anywhere, but I have some really nice people that have followed the channel and interact and stuff, so it's cool. Of course, I mean, there's haters out there, but I only do one stream a week, man, and I usually do 2 hours. We're at 2.5 hours today. I have a 2-year-old, and my wife and I work opposite shifts, so I only get to fish 1 day a week. The channel getting to where it's at in a year, fully monitored. A lot of times I'll try to do one video, one live stream, if I can capture enough footage on my GoPro while I'm shooting a live stream. But fishing in the wintertime is a little tougher than it is in the summer, so. If you've got the time and the hours to put into it and do multiple live streams a week, and then pick certain days that you upload your videos, if you're going to do long form videos, like say Thursday and Saturday or Tuesday and Saturday, and you keep that same schedule, and it helps the channel. But these are all things I've had to learn on my own in the hard way, so. Consistency is key. Really, just like anything in life, you just got to be consistent with it. You know, of course I upload shorts throughout the week and stuff, but really all it takes is a couple shorts to take off, and you definitely can get monetized like that. But shorts are a good way to draw subscribers to your channel. Just be consistent. Always try to improve something from the week before, and you'll get there. It's hit or miss. I have plenty of long form videos that have done good views, but then I have some that only do like 100 views. Your thumbnail, the title, the hashtags, all that's important, and really using those analytics and finding out what day that most of your viewers are on. You don't want to upload on a day when your viewers aren't watching on YouTube. So. But if I can get to it and I'll be right there knocking on the door, anybody can, man. You just have to, you know, take your time and put in the energy and the effort. You'll no doubt get better at it. I've gotten way better from my first videos. And it's cool. Like I said, I like doing the live streams because I just get to talk to people. Like we got somebody from Vietnam there. Like I never would get to talk to anybody from Vietnam. I had somebody from British Columbia earlier, Pennsylvania. You're from Kentucky, so. warming up. The wind's not as violent. We're gonna keep trying. Like I said, from your page, just go to one of my videos and comment, and then I'll know it's you, and I'll come and subscribe to the page, and I'll help you out, man. You're welcome. I'm willing to help anybody. If I can help somebody make money off this, why not? I wish everybody could do this and do what they love and make money off of it. That'd be awesome. Not everybody feels and thinks that way, though. You think you're trying to steal from them or take their ideas or take money out of their pocket, when in reality you're not. Force feed them. That's a cool page name, actually, too, man. Plenty of fish in the sea, man. You're right. People say all the time, not everybody can be a content creator. And I promise you, there's content creators out there that you never think should be making money that do. So anybody can do it. Kick back and sit down for a minute, y'all. I've been sitting up for 2.5 hours. some live streams do 100. Yeah. I'm trying to keep my face covered up because just when I think that wind's about to die down, they call it right back full blast. I mean, this is not ideal fishing. I'm out here. I'm going to keep trying. Alright, man. I look forward to checking out some of your videos, buddy. Thank you. It's weird, y'all. Should have went and fished a creek today or something, tried to get out of the wind. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. This is rough. Wind's going to blow me away, y'all. Love fishing to be out here in this kind of weather. Alright, look at the world. Ain't exactly where I want it to be, but can't stay windy forever. But it very well could stay windy the rest of the day. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. glad I brought my big tripod today. Got a little one. I never would have been able to do it. I'm in Salty Daisy, Terry. And it's windy. It's very windy. Just stay like this, just like this, but it's not going to. I already know. Oh. I had my chance when we moved to this spot, but I missed him. There we go. What the heck? There we go. Boom. Yeah. I am not a fisher, my guy. I'm a fisherman, but no fish. up under, you best believe they're going to. What's up, buddy? This wind ain't giving up out here, man. That is for sure. Pretty calm right now, but these big old shiners keep running up under everything and getting me hung up. I fished this spot for 30 years. Never have I ever had to tie and rebait as much as I have today. I've never got hung up this much here. Doesn't matter how deep I'm fishing. I've been hung up super shallow and I've been hung up super deep. Batteries and my aerator has died. The thing about this spot is this in Alaska? No, this is Tennessee, bud. The thing about this spot, Will, you gotta be right at the right depth. Evidently, I don't know what the right depth is today. We're still trying though. fishing with worms. Fishing with shiners. About to smear some peanut butter off of one of these gutter butters on one. Can't do any worse than I've been doing. Just not ideal conditions today, by any stretch. Fish on, y'all. Fish on. He's hung under. Jumbo. That's a big yellow perch, y'all. There we go, Will. Ain't no big bass, but that sucker smoked a large shiner. That's a good one right there. Put up some fire. Let's get this guy back in the water. Got one. He pulled that bobber under like a bass too. Yeah. Which I was trying to, like I said, you have to watch and you have to know how to distinguish in high winds with a bobber what's a bite and what's the water. He ate a minnow that big. All right. Yeah. Jumbo perch for the win today. It only took 3 hours, but man, that made it all worth it right there. That just put me in a good mood. caught him about that far off the bank, about 3.5, 4 foot. It's a lot deeper right here than it is where we first started. Jake, what's up, man? Buddy, I've been out here 3 hours. Had 2 bites, caught 1 fish. This wind ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. I ain't believing that. That was a good sized yellow perch. Smokey the Bear, what's up, man? I caught a really good one in the same spot Friday. That one was quite a bit bigger. He ate a... Good morning, buddy. He ate a 4.5 inch large shiner. Which is kind of wild, but those little perch are pretty aggressive. That water's nice and clear today. It's just windy. I'm dealing with like 25, 30 mile an hour wind gusts. It's beautiful out here today though, other than the wind and the cold air. Oh, a rechargeable one? A rechargeable what, Jake? You talking? Oh, you talking about the aerator for your bucket? I'm afraid I don't have as many in there, but that's really what I need is a rechargeable one, because one, it's a pain in the butt to change the batteries in that thing. You gotta have a Phillips head screwdriver, take it out, and then a knife to pop it open. Like, I've seen some videos on those, and I was wondering if they were any good. I may have to look into that. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I wouldn't have known how to spell it either. what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to get some kind of holding tank for the house, because like I said, I'm fishing with medium and large shiners today, and I had to drive all the way from Saudi to 58 Highway to get them out of Jack's Bait and Tackle. So I'm wanting to figure out some kind of homemade holding tank so I can pick them up on Friday on my way home from work. I can just store them in there. BC Fishing, what's up? Well, I was out here fishing for bass, but we just caught a jumbo yellow perch. What about like that? Off of a large shiner at that, off of about a 4.5 inch shiner. So I mean, that should tell you how big of a perch it was. That water's fairly warm because of how warm it's been. But like I said, our yellow perch here don't get that big. The state record here in Tennessee is only 2 pounds and 8 ounces, I think. 2 pounds 6 ounces. I know up north they get really big. I've been seeing people catch them all on the Chick side of the dam here outside of Chattanooga. The one I caught Friday, she was pregnant. Oh, my biggest bass. Caught a 9-pounder in high school. And then there's a picture of one on, no, I didn't catch a 2-pound perch, I'm just saying. Mine probably weighed a pound, which is a monster perch. There's a picture on the channel, and there's a picture on the Real T and Fishing Facebook page of a largemouth I caught 2 summers ago on topwater, right before the sun came up. I have no clue what it weighed. It was fat though. But I have caught a 5-pound smallmouth. So if you was to ask me what my biggest bass is, I would say the 5-pound smallie, just because of how long it takes the smallmouth to get to that size. They only gain like a pound every year if they're lucky. But I caught both of those fish up at Tim's Ford, middle of the night, about 3 o'clock in the morning. Try to go back to 2 poles there since the wind's died down. How long it'll last, I don't know. But, you know, we'll give it a whirl. But sure enough, as soon as I cast it out, what do you think picked back up? The wind. It's fairly warm if the wind isn't blowing. But not so much if it's cold. I caught a 4.5-pound largemouth in the same exact spot last year. I don't know what the current temp is, but it is It was 30 degrees this morning when I left the house, and the high today is only 64. So. But we've got 25 to 30 mile an hour wind gust. So it's rough out here. Should have brought a charging pack. My phone is on 18%. We're gonna have to end the live stream here before too long. Hey, did catch a fish on it, so. Today was worth it to me. May not have been worth it to anybody else. But it's definitely worth it to me. Realistically, I'm probably hello, H.C. Holloway. Caught one fish. I just caught it too. About to die anyway. About 10 miles. It's 39 here. Okay, there y'all go. He's right up the road from me. And it's not even 40 degrees yet. I don't mind fishing in 39, 40 degree weather. It's the wind. I can't keep anything in front of me. Everything I'm throwing out there is pushing right back to the bank. And it's too cold and too windy. I'm not going to sit here and throw and retrieve lures all day. Pizza Hut, what's up, man? Yes, we're doing some fishing. We're doing all right. Well, say we're doing all right. We caught one fish. That's all right to me. For the weather conditions that I'm fishing today. Should have had two. I'd almost guarantee you the one that I missed when we moved to this spot from down there, I'd almost guarantee you it was another yellow perch. Because I caught two of them here on Friday as well. They're out here. I know they are. Heck yeah, man. I got quite a few people on here right now. I'll go ahead and get this little pitch again before I have to end the live stream. I'm doing a giveaway, guys, for a brand new rod and reel combo. It is Catfish Pro is the company. And I'm not sponsored, I'm not affiliated, I receive no compensation, no kind of money, no free products, no nothing. This is something I personally bought. I bought three of them because I got them on clearance. They're about $100 a piece. It's a Catfish Pro bait casting combo on a 7.6 medium heavy rod. There is a post on the Real TN Fishing YouTube page, and there is a post on the Real TN Fishing Facebook page. All you got to do is go and comment to show me that you're interested. You don't have to like it. YouTube's funky about that. I'm not asking for likes. All I'm asking is for people to show interest in the giveaway. And this coming Friday, I am going to post a picture of a fish that I caught, and I have video to show the weight of. The person that guesses the weight correctly will win the rod and reel. Or if multiple people guess it correctly, then say there's 5 of y'all, I'll go live on Sunday evening winner. I'll do a random name generator, and we'll do a drawing like that, and I will give away a brand new rod and reel. There's pictures of it on the channel. There's pictures of it on the Facebook page. So, yeah, I'd like to get about 50 people. If you're in Tennessee, wherever, it doesn't matter. I will give it to you at my cost. It will cost you nothing but guessing the weight of the fish. That's what y'all gotta do. So be looking Friday afternoon for the picture. Like I said, just go comment on one of the posts and let me know. You gotta say anything. You can say, I need a new rod, or that would be awesome, whatever. We'll give away a rod and reel. And hopefully somebody can catch a big old catfish. Or they're fishing. Man, that wind. So yeah, tell your friends. I will send you some Realty and Fishing stickers. We'll start doing a giveaway every month, every other month or something. We can do a Realty and Fishing shirt, a Realty and Fishing hat, whatever. I just want to start with the rod because I got them on clearance. Like I said, I got 3 of them, so I want to give one away. So, yeah, let's make it happen. Let's give somebody a new rod and reel, y'all. Out here a little while longer. We're going to do this. I'm fixing to pack up and go. As always, God bless. Go comment on the post for a chance. We're going to give, like I said, we'll give the rod away. So yeah, until next time, y'all, let's go fishing.